These are the Edifier X3s. Alright, coming in from Edifier are a pretty cute looking pair of low-cost headphones. Now, anyone who knows my channel knows that I am something of a fan of Edifier. I have a number of their products, a couple of speakers, and a couple of pairs of headphones. I'm such a big fan that they now send them to me. So these have been sent without charge by Edifier, and I'm dead excited to be digging into them. So these are the Edifier X3, which are true wireless, there it is there, true wireless Bluetooth headphones, and they feature 5.0 in their Bluetooth technology with CVC 8.0 noise cancelling, and well, they look kind of nice, as you can see from the back there. There's a bunch of stuff in there just in case you want to zoom in and get any information. On the side here we have touch control, 6 plus 18 hours playback time, so that's 6 hours in the headphones and then 18 hours stored in the case as well. Bluetooth 5, voice assistant, and IP55 dust and water resistance. That's a pretty good combination for a whopping £33, and currently on Amazon.co.uk there is a voucher that allows you to get a further £4 off, so that works out at £29 or £22.99 if you want to be precise. So just a simple little box. Oh, Qualcomm Active X, as all mobile phones seem to be these days, or as all headphones seem to be these days. This is my first time in these, so I'm quite excited to see how they actually work and sort out. Right, so we have a little bit of silica just to keep things fresh. We have a micro USB charger cable, which I'm guessing charges these in an old-fashioned way. Yeah, we have rather attractive little silicone ear tips, which are quite nice. You can see they're a wee bit sort of transparent with a darkish grey colour, and then we have the instructions, and I think these are probably going to be necessary because they all tend to work when they've got touch buttons in different ways. They allow you to accept a call, play, pause, previous track, next track, and open up your voice assistant. So we'll get into that and see how it works. Right, here we have the unit itself in a little piece of plastic. That's actually really small. It is a bit of a shame about that. Micro USB. And it's not wireless either, so you're going to have a micro USB with you if that's what your phone doesn't use, I suppose. So it says Edifier across the top, which is kind of nice. Very small profile case. I am impressed by that case. It is very nice. You can see that there's a bit of a cost-cutting measure taken with the case. The plastic does feel a bit cheaper than some of the other ones we've looked at, but I'm happy enough that they take a cheaper approach to the case and spend more time putting love and effort into the headphones. So there must be a small battery across there. We can see if you open the top there, we've got L and R written here, and then we have these just pop in, as you would expect. I can't believe I'm showing this because, you know, I suppose maybe someone somewhere doesn't know how they work. And then you close it. Down there, there's nothing. That's that. There doesn't appear to be any LEDs on it either, so which was a problem I had with their bigger brothers. I don't believe there was an LED on that either. But no, they look quite good. So I'm going to whack them on charge and then have a little listen to them and see how they sound right after we take a tour of the bud itself. So we have some tips already on there, so that means there's 3 pairs. You can see there's 2 little pogo plugs there. They are plastic and they have that touch function here. There's a little blue flashing light which probably means they are attempting to pair or something like that, or in need of charge. I'm not sure, but that's it. There's not much else on there. We can see there's a little L there, somewhat obscure because it's printed in black, glossy black, as opposed to the matte black finish of the rest. And then if we pull this off, you can see the driver is there too, which ain't bad. And getting the ear tip back on was a wee bit tight, so we will pair them up. So according to this, we need to press and hold the button for 1 to 3 seconds. We hit scan and we can see Edifier X3L. So that's them paired up, and I'm ready to go. It is a real shame that the case doesn't have an LED on it. It's always nice just to have that feeling that maybe it's got enough battery power left that, well, there's a red light there. I imagine these are probably half full anyway, so I'm going to go away, test them, listen to some music and some podcasts, make some phone calls, and see how they do. Back in a jiffy. Okay, so I'm back, and I had a pretty good time with them, to be honest. The one thing that I was really impressed by was the fact that they are good for up to about 20 meters. Walking from my office here down to the bottom of my driveway, it's maybe about 20 meters, and there's a big, thick, insulated, double-lined wall between us, and it managed to do that without any issue. The sound quality on them is good. It's good enough. I'm not going to say it's stellar because these are 30 quid pair of headphones or earbuds. They don't get too loud. There's enough volume if you need it, but they don't get massively loud. And whenever you get up to that top range, you start losing just that little bit of extra vavoomph that you would expect maybe from a higher end set of headphones. Whenever you turn them down a good bit to maybe about 3/4 of the volume, 75%, you'll start to hear that coming back through again. Even at that, you know these are not top quality, but they absolutely do. They work. They do everything perfectly well, just not exceptional. And I guess that's to be expected from a pair of headphones that are 30 quid and have a micro USB. So if you still use a phone that has micro USB, then these are a very, very good option for you to add with it, so that you only have to take one power bank or one charger with you whenever you're going away, or whatever you happen to need, so it'll share the same connection. There are so many other options out there for those that are looking for USB Type-C. So these, I would say, are the ultimate budget headphones for anyone who has this as their standard connection. And that's I think that's somewhat high praise. They may not be the newest technologically, but they've got it where it counts. And if you're thinking about getting them, you obviously know the caveats that are with them, so you know what you're getting into. You won't be surprised when you pull them out of the box to find out that they don't have USB Type-C. The case may go on you if you're particularly rough with this top bit. It may break, it may snap. The hinge is plastic and there may be a bit of metal in there, a bit of a pin or something across there, but I don't fancy it if you're particularly rough with headphones. That they may snap on you, and in which case you're up a particular creek, because these very much rely on their cases. I suppose you could put a bit of tape over it or a hairband around it or whatever to hold them in place if you needed to. But yeah, also my pet peeve is that if your finger's in the wrong place, you're going to have trouble opening it and keeping it open to get these out. There is something of a narrow kind of grasp area for these, but I guess you'll get into the knack. I have done with another pair of them that I use myself, and I whip them open, throw out the headphones really quickly, a bit like a pair of Tic Tacs. of which these don't because they're magnetized in. So grand, yeah. Especially with that £4 off voucher, you're going to feel that you've done pretty well if you're spending about £29 on these. They're good, solid, low budget headphones. So let me know if you've got any questions down in the comments box down below. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Remember to tune in to TalkSport on a Wednesday morning at midnight for Inspect Your Gadget, and also on a Sunday afternoon you can get the Tech Addicts podcast from techaddicts.uk and all good podcast providers. And other than that, take care.